Hello veg lovers and welcome back to my little garden. Well, I'm in the potting room in my house at the moment. I'm going to take some things out to put in the garden. We're in March. We are on the 21st of March. We are officially in spring. So we will see what's happening in the garden, see if anything is growing or not, as the case may be that's been out there. But the potatoes, the last of the potatoes are going in today, the Maris Pipers. I'm going to put those in today. I was going to hold on for a couple more weeks, but I'll put them in anyway. I'll show you how the seeds have gone on to planted last time on the video. Just bear with me. There we go. We have the basil have come through. Yeah, they're all coming through. The peppermint one has come through, and coriander has done well. Cumin, we've had one come through at the moment. I think there's another one on the way. Now we've got all those in here, which are a mixture of spinach, or perpetual spinach, and lettuce leaves, and some herbs. They seem to be doing fine. They're coming through. The peppers, the yellow peppers are doing well. The tomatoes, now the jumping toms have come through well. The green zebra have come through well, but the garlic hasn't. Whether it will, whether it needs longer, I don't know, but we'll have to see on that. We've got come through on here. We have one aubergine, another on the way, so two aubergines. Celery has come through. I did put these on the heat mat for a little while just to give them some heat to help them come through, because I know the celery likes a bit of warmth, so that's helped. That's come through there. We've still only got obviously the one chilli, so I think that's what we're just going to end up with, but that's fine for this year. And just look at the explosion here of the hydroponics. That is really taken off. Some things, I think, at the back, the garlic chives are going to have a problem because they've just been overrun with the dill and tomatoes. But the tomatoes have now got flowers. And the dill has really gone wild. So I shall be cutting some of that, taking that off. Parsley's doing well here. The thyme's probably been buried there, but so I will get rid of some of that dill. The coriander here is doing well, where the other one didn't. I think that got overrun by the larger brother, so to speak. Basil, oregano at the front, they're still coming through. They're okay. We'll see how they go. They might get a bit swamped, so they might not grow anymore, but we'll see. It's just good to see how these turn out, because once these have had the fill of these and they've grown as much as possible, I probably won't use this again until the winter, because then I can have some fresh things in the winter. The garden will take over from this now. So what I'm planning on doing now is going into the garden, and let's just see what the March garden's like, shall we? Okay, let's have a look at what's happening in this garden in March. Hopefully things are starting to grow. But let's have a look. Okay, so here I have got my little beetroots, and I'm going to plant them in this tub because this is where they've been designated to go. So all I'm going to do essentially is use my fingers. I've got 1, 2, not so sure of, but we'll see, 3, 4. There's only 5, so I'll just put these 5 in, and then I can always grow some more. Pull out weeds as you go. And we'll just put my finger in on 5 pots. 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's just pop them in. Not too deep. Really don't want them to be much deeper than they were in their pots. Look there. Not sure about that one. We'll see, because I think the seed head is stuck on that one. But that's simply it, and I'll water them in. and we'll see what happens. Then I'll grow some more and pop them in as well, so that we'll have a succession of beetroot. Next we're on the radishes, and we'll put them in their bed. Okay, this is the bed for the radishes. Again, take out any weeds that you see popping up. This will eventually have tomatoes in it, maybe a tomato and a cucumber, maybe, depending how they go. So before any kind of planting goes in this, it's good to put something quick growing, which of course radishes are, so we can see if we can get an early crop in. I'm going to do the same one. How many have I got? 1, 2, I've got 5 of these as well, haven't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The original dibber as my finger. So I'll pop these in. Again, it's not a problem if this doesn't work out, if they don't grow, because, you know, I will always plant some more. There's always a place for quick growing crops. These particular variety, they're probably a bit longer than most, but they're still a quick growing crop compared with any others. Last one, and we'll see how those go. I mean, if I see they're growing well, then that's good. I can always plant some more in there as well, because we've got a couple of months before anything's going to go into this. And now we'll plant the potatoes. Now with the potatoes, we'll do exactly the same as the others. Let's just check what they've got. So we'll do one there, it's fine. One there. Get rid of that one off the bottom there. Have that one there. And this one here. Okay, they're spaced out enough. So let's dig deep. That one. That's 2. And how far down can I get? To there. There we go, 4. All on a slightly different level, which is good. It gives them their own space. So let's just give them a water. It's quite damp lower down, so it's not too bad, and we have got rain coming in tonight, so hopefully that will go to good watering. And again tomorrow, nothing all next week, so hence I did the video this week. As we can see here, the broad beans have come through. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. I thought I might have lost a few with the big hole that was dug by something, but I think I've only probably lost, 1 or 2, I think I've lost from there. So they're growing, so I'm really pleased about that. Now this is the Asturian, the tree cabbage. Now this has been decimated by something. I don't think it's slugs because we haven't really had any rain and I haven't seen many slugs around. I think this is probably pigeon damage actually. Will I continue with that or plant something else in here? There's another matter. Brassicas, they're just, so prone to pests, whether it's birds, butterflies, slugs. I just don't know whether it's worth my while in this garden to try and just protect the small amount I could grow. So I might remove that and put something else in there. Pleased to say that rhubarb is coming through at last, so that did survive the winter. I wasn't sure whether it would, especially when it's been trampled on constantly by the dogs, but it's coming through, so that's great news. Now this is the sugar snap peas that I did cover, because I thought I will cover these because the birds will have them, mice can get them, the dog will get them. There's so many things that could get to these. Now I'm just looking at them to see how they've done, and they sort of should have been a bit deeper, to be honest, but we have got some kind of growth on them. But I'll keep them covered until they reach a height that is safe for them from certain predators. They'll never be safe from my dog, but she won't bother with them until they're fully grown. We haven't got anything coming through yet on the spring onions, the red ones. I wouldn't expect them to just yet anyway. I don't think you'll be able to see, but in this apple tree at the top there, next door's apple tree, we got beautiful bird song. I'm trying to see what it is from here. Not sure whether it's a robin or a tit, or not sure which. That's beautiful there. There's nothing more beautiful than birdsong, apart from honey, who is very beautiful. Now this, in this pot, I've had for a few years. It's not in the best place for it, to be honest, because it doesn't get much sun that close to the fence, so I try not to put things here. But this is honeyberry, this is called. So it's like a honeysuckle, but it has edible berries that are very nutritious. They're very small and you don't generally see them because they're well hidden under leaves. And half the time I forget they're there, so I don't end up eating them. But as we can see, we've got a little flower coming there. That's what they have, little yellow flowers, and then they turn into these little edible black coloured berries. And if it had been in a good spot, it probably would have done really well, but I put it here and I can't move it because that is so heavy. I've also got in my old tubs that I need to get rid of, but there is something here that I'm not going to get rid of. And this is self-seeded St John's wort. I'll put that down the bottom here in a bit. I'll keep that because it's medicinal, so it's nice to have some medicinal plants in your garden, so I will keep that. The other pots will have to go because they're frost damage. As you can see, there's just the frost has decimated those, and the one at the back. Now these did have wild flower mix in there, which you can still see bits of. I could just leave that until it totally collapses. We'll see. But it needs tidying up anyway. So hopefully we'll get rid of that Christmas tree at some point. And I still haven't cleaned the furniture, so that'll be probably another few weeks before I get round to that, till the weather's a little bit more predictable. The pond is not looking too bad. It's reasonably as good as it gets. We do have some cotton grass at the edge here as well as ordinary grass, so it's very difficult to remove one without removing the other. Obviously we have irises, which, although lovely, are quite a problem sometimes in a small pond or even a big pond, because they do spread so much. And there is a lily on the bottom of here as well, a small pond lily, and it becomes a bit overgrown, the pond does, so I do have to keep clearing it out every so often. The pot in the corner here, which I don't know why I bothered with really, but it's all right there. That's cranberry. That is a cranberry. I've never had cranberries off it. I doubt whether I ever will. But I put it there simply because I had it given me, so I just thought I'd put it there. Blueberries are looking good. They've got leaves coming on them. So like I say, I don't know whether, because they've been repotted and pruned, whether we'll get anything much this year, but at least they're alive, which is a main thing. Now when we come over to this flower bed here, I have no idea what these are that I've planted. I've got the daffodils, which I obviously planted, and in the blank spots at the sides I planted the monadas, so hopefully they'll come through later in spring, ready for a late summer. But these, the only thing I could think of is that in the autumn I did plant some alliums, so I'm wondering whether these are alliums that have come through. Well, I hope so, because they'll be very beautiful if they are, but I won't know, I suppose, until they reach their full potential. Now I still need to get some wood chip for this bed, because this is like my little woodland patch, so to speak. So I do need to get that. Now I did plant down here, over there, some bluebells, which probably will not come up for a year or two, so I'm unlikely to get anything there. And in this part I planted wild garlic. Now I do think maybe one is coming through. Well, I'm assuming that's wild garlic. I have got chives over there, which, to be honest, have been neglected for quite a few years, but still managed to grow. And of course my new little blackcurrant bush, which is coming into leaf. Now the plum, the troublesome plum. Now that at the moment is full of buds. So fingers crossed that we don't get all the aphids attack. I will do my best to save it because I do like it. Of course we still have all the figs on here, so most of them have survived. Some of those will fall off. Some of them will just die on there at that size and fall off. But the rest will grow and we should get a decent crop of figs. So overall, I think we can see the beginnings of spring, and I think the garden is looking as good as it can do for this time of year. I could have planted more plants in there, but I think perhaps next year it might look different again. Well, I'm looking forward to next month, April, where things should really start get going, and I'll be planting some more seeds and planting some more out, and hopefully things will start to open out, the garden will look different again. So thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in a couple of weeks' time for the next video. Bye, veg lovers.